Hey everyone, so we are going to open up the shoulders today, relax the upper back, do some exercises to release tension in that upper back that a lot of us have sometimes. All right, so you're going to start by just squeezing your shoulders. You can kind of open up your hands here and arch your tailbone back there. So you're just pulling your hips back. This one you have straight legs, squeeze, 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 and then round your spine, pulling the belly button in. Inhale and exhale. So you have that shoulders over, staying over your hips position. So you're not going too far forward or too far back. So you're staying over, it's just you're making that spine move here. It's like a standing cat-cow. You can do this at your own timing. Do about 4 or 5. While breathing, and every time you come forward, pull the belly in to stretch that back. Good. All right, next one is you're going to put your hands at your head and push your head into your hands and your hands into your head. And same feeling, but start with bent knees. Push back and then round forward. But again, don't come too far forward. Keep your shoulders over your hips. And do that again. Inhale. And you can manage how the tension that you like. You don't have to go too hard. But inhale and exhale. So you're getting that back to stretch out. Inhale and exhale. Actively. Good. Again, 4 or 5. And then from there, open and in. You can let go of your head here. Just do a little up and over, getting some movement in there. Mobility. Good. And you can do a little butterfly opens here. And then from there, let's stretch up. So instead of going over, go stretch as high as you can to the ceiling and stretch that other arm down. And then other side. Get that whole entire side to stretch. You can look down. And other side. Look up, look down. And now you're going to bend the elbow and stretch over. You can bend one knee, the opposite knee, same knee, or both knees bent. And stretch it over again, other way. Good. Cross your elbows as much as you can. Try to hug yourself and do that same kind of movement forward. But this one you can come forward into it a bit more. Inhale, exhale. Good job. And then one arm across the body. Press your shoulder down, pull this arm in and lean away from it. If you feel tension on the other side, drop the shoulder as much as you can and kind of lean into it a bit more. And you can do that a few times where you're activating, pulling. You don't have to hold it the whole time. Other side. Good. Press your shoulder down and reach away. Think of reaching your neck tilted and then out instead of just crunching into it. Tilted and lengthening out of the shoulders there. Good. And then bring your arms behind your back. Actually, let's do a little bit less. So we're here. And then just open and in. Pull the elbows back and in. Back and in. Good. Place your hands at the tailbone and pull the elbows back. Elbows back. Nice. Squeezing, engaging there. Stretch the front of the shoulders there. Good. Now clasp your hands behind your back. Sit low, look down. And do a few again. Think reaching down through your knuckles and back. And you can move through it. Down through your knuckles and back. Nice. And then from there, let's do some hip circles. Releasing the lower body also helps release the upper back and the neck. Good. Relax the shoulders. 1, 2, 3 here. Good. And then here we can do, we're going to have one knee bent. And you could either put your forearm on your knee or reach it down. And also, you could also have that inside the elbow on the inside of the knee. Press it open. Look down if that feels better. So really sit back into that hip. Show you sideways, the other side. Yeah. Pull the abs in, lengthen your spine. Don't round here. Lengthen. And then let's bring the arm behind the back. Tilt your chin in. Other side. Behind the back. Tilt your chin in. And good. Let's come down to the mat. We're going to have child's pose. Stretch out. You can adjust kind of almost like you're inching forward with those hands. Well, you are. So, good. And then place your hand on the outside of your knee, push into the floor, and then bring this arm all the way over. And then other side, hand on the outside of the knee, arm all the way over. You can take your time with these. Then bring the arm under you, slide it under you, and release. Try to get the crown of the head more to the floor. And you can rock in this, kind of push into the floor and rock away from that arm. Other side, under, rock away from that arm. You're reaching the fingertips as you push away. Good, then into our cat-cow, separate the knees so that they're a good distance apart, arch curl. Very nice. Again, 3, 4, 5, we've done some of those. And I like to shift my weight forward into the arch so you feel like you're extending, really visualize the tailbone going back, chest forward, and then tuck your pelvis and really lean back so you can have that extra stretch in the lower back. Arch and curl, good. Good, be aware of where your neck is, so tuck your chin in, release. Good. And from there, downward dog, stretch it out. Good. Pedal your feet. And step it in. Reach one arm forward and one arm back, but have your palm facing down with your fingers reaching back. One hand forward, and really try to spread through the floor. If that's too hard for you, you can just reach through instead of touching the floor. You can also use blocks. Reach, and activate there, moving through it. And then other side. Good. Open up the arm. You can tilt your hips to one side there. Separate the legs a little bit wider if you need to. And moving through it or holding it, but let's have some mobility, so move through it. Good. And then bend your knees, reach the arms forward. Good. Have the hands come to the chest. And let's actually flip the hands so that they're at the chest. They're elbows, and then elbows in. Think wrists come together, elbows come together. So it's that same feeling. Arch and curl. Wrists come together, elbows come together. Good. Nice. Swing it out. Release completely. Let the arms kind of bump you. Release, release. Nice. And now we're going to do a big swing. Release down. Exhale. Inhale, open here. You can push away, stretch it out. Exhale, release everything. And good. One more. And then after this, we're going to do 2 more things. You're going to round through all the way, just engaging your belly button towards your spine, and then bend, stretch, let your chest and your upper body kind of hang over. Stretch, roll it up, take your time, pulling just the navel in, everything else, tucking your tailbone under you, and then stacking the vertebrae. Release that one more time. Bend, stretch, roll up. Feel free to take your time in that. And then one more thing, if you don't have a bar like I do, you can use a chair or a countertop or a table or a wall, anything you want. And you're gonna put your hands on there. Try to open up the fingers and just have the wrists be on the chair. And you're gonna tilt your chest down and your head down, your crown of the head aiming towards the floor, and you just do little pulses here, pressing through, opening up the chest. And you could do this in a parallel position, and you can also do it in a wider position, legs and arms wider. And then if you don't have a bar again, you can use a doorway and put your hands in between. Just be careful. Put your hands, I'm gonna adjust this here. Whoops. You're gonna put your hands wide. One more. All right. Put your hands wide and again, fingers wide, palms flat there. Lift your fingers off and arch through. Good. So yeah, either if you're going to be in a doorway, palms facing in. Again, be careful. Don't put your fingers in the door. But You could also do one at a time if you just are up against a wall. Put your hand on the wall, flat, and you turn away from it. But when you turn away, don't allow your shoulder to come forward. You want the shoulder to stay back. Turn away from it. So you're creating that stretch there in the front. And then one more. And force quick neck stretch. So we have the weight of your arm kind of just right up on top of it. And if that bothers you on the other side, just tilt your head down and forward. So you have head forward and towards your underarm. You can do that also where you're pushing and pulling gently. Don't go too crazy, especially if you're really tight. Other side, just push and pull. So you tilt down, forward, and at a diagonal. Good job. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day.